All right, this is going to be a Q&A at 120 words per minute. Ready to write.
Well, why did you think the water needed to be turned down?
It was way too hot.
It was too hot?
Yes.
Well, did you think the water was hot enough to be a safety hazard?
I didn't know for sure.
You were concerned someone could be burned by the water?
Common sense tells you if something is too hot, you can get burned.
You were worried, though, that it was hot enough that someone would burn their hands if they put them into the water?
I didn't know for sure. I never saw someone burn themselves that way. But after what happened to Betsy and talking about it now, I would say yes.
Did you ever turn the hot water on and put your hand under it?
No, I did not.
Have you ever lived anywhere where you did that, where you turned only the hot water and put your hand into the water?
Are you asking me if I ever put my own hand under running water that I knew was only hot water?
Yes, for instance, have you ever run the hot water and put your hand into the flow of that water to see how hot it was?
Do you mean to just test the temperature?
Yes, to see how hot the water was.
I do not understand your question.
Have you ever turned on hot water and then tried to determine how hot it was by placing your hand into the water?
Well, do you mean like if I want to wash my face, do I turn hot water only and not turn on cold water too?
Yes, have you ever turned on hot water to wash your face? Have you ever put your hand in there and then realized it was too hot and you need to add cold water to the flow?
Yes, I have done that.
Have you ever had the water running, placed your hand into the water, and then jerked it back because it was too hot for you?
Yes.
When you have turned on hot water and it felt too hot, what have you done?
Pulled my hand out of the water.
So you know that if you put your hand under water that is hot, that it will burn you?
No, I didn't really know it could burn me.
What did you think?
That it was just too hot to be comfortable.
When your daughter, Betsy, needed a bath, were you the one to give her a bath?
Yes.
Did Betsy's father ever give her a bath?
Never.
Did Betsy's grandmother give her a bath?
Yes, sometimes.
So you are not the only person who had given Betsy a bath?
No.
Would you say you usually gave Betsy her bath?
Probably.
Now, did you own your home or rent it?
I rented that house.
Who lived in that house with you?
My fiancé and my daughter and my mother.
So there were 4 of you all together living in that home?
Yes.
Had you ever noticed the water being too hot for your own use?
No, not really.
Had you ever discussed the temperature of the hot water with anyone?
No.
Had you ever contacted the landlord about the temperature of the hot water?
No.
So really, you did not think the water was too hot at any time.
I don't know how to answer that. I just used the hot water and it always seemed okay until that day.
Have you ever looked at the water heater in that home?
No.
Had you ever adjusted the temperature setting of the water heater in that home?
No.
On the day in question, you were preparing a bath for your daughter Betsy.
Yes.
How old was Betsy?
She was 3.
Was anyone in the home with you on the day in question?
No.
What time of day was this?
It was 5:30.
Did you normally give Betsy a bath at 5:30?
No, not usually.
Why were you giving her a bath at 5:30 that day?
She had been outside playing and was dirty, and I wanted to clean her up before supper.